Congratulations, you've passed the test. What does this mean? It feels like you've been through the fire. You may have gone through a rebirth. You can feel this within. And this is also letting go of an old version of self, transmuting an old version of self. And now new experiences, new beginnings arrive. This is passing a test on some level, and you will feel this within. Thank you so much for being here. I am Sarah Ariana. I'm a divine, intuitive healer and teacher. And in this video, we're going to be talking about, there's 7 points of information regarding passing the test. Gentle reminder, please only take what resonates with you. You have all the power. You may resonate with 1 point, you may resonate with all of them, or none at all. This is a timeless message, and these points, the divine are wanting to come forth for the collective at this time. Let's dive right on in. So you've passed the test. This is the next level in the game. And for some, something has fallen away. This could have been major. This could have been a job, a place that you lived. It could have been someone that's crossed over that you loved, or a pet. It could have been saying goodbye to friendships, to partnerships. Something major for many of us has fallen away. There was a period, it could have been a long time as well, there's no time limit on it, where we needed time to heal. For some, it was a massive shock to the system. And now we're at a time in this space that we've reached the next level. And there are 7 pieces of information that divine has come forward with regarding passing the test. It can be, these are 7 tests. It can be that you resonate with one of these pieces of information or all of them. But each one of these points of information is on a soul level. They're saying for many souls that are here on earth that are going to be experiencing these 7 points at some point regarding passing the test and releasing this. No, it's no longer holding them to this 3D matrix, to the 3D reality. It sets them free. So let's dive on in and go to the first one. Okay, so this is from the Divine Consciousness. This is what they've said. Congratulations, you've passed the test. What does the test mean? Many of you watching will know and will feel you've leveled up, you've gone through some kind of initiation, you've gone through the fire, you've come out the other side. The test will be on an individual basis. However, for all, it's an up-leveling. There are many layers in passing the test. You may resonate with one piece of the information, a few, all of them, or none at all. Remember, this is a timeless message. This information is a guideline for this present moment and for future timelines. This information is in no particular order. Number 1, detachment of thoughts, your awareness of thoughts. There is a knowing now you are not your thoughts. You have detached and you are in the present moment and you are your own cheerleader. So what does this look like? You don't have the monkey brain going on within. You're in the present moment all the time, or most of the time. It's clear. You don't, there's no thoughts. There's no millions of thoughts going through the brain. You're completely in the present moment. And also with a cheerleader, let's say you're doing day-to-day activities and you're doing laundry and you get it done and you cheer yourself on. You're like, yes, way to go, you did it. All right. And then you're making dinner. Let's say you're chopping some food up and like, oh, this is going to be delicious. This is great. Way to go. It's that is a cheerleader. It is positive. It is kind. It is very up-leveling. It's also uplifting. So, how do we do this? For some, it's going to be like, I've got a million thoughts. I can't get the mind to shut off. How do I get to that? How do I get to that part? And it's not a one size fits all. So, here are some tools that can help. First is the pause method or the stop method. Every time you have a negative thought, anything with fear, doubt, chaos, confusion, worry, concern, anything like that, right away you can say stop or pause. And you're going to say 3 positive things. It is a training. You are training your mind. It's also practice. This is a practice, and we highly recommend that this is for 3 months straight, and that you'll notice there is a shift. For some, you may want to do this for 6 months. For some, there's no time limit, and all of a sudden just there's a shift, and it's completely stopped with all of those thoughts. They no longer have a hold on you, and you don't allow it. You don't allow it. Number 2, awareness of our energy field. You are aware that everyone has an energy field around them. You also notice when others are in your field. And this is whether it be a partner, a friend, or an environment. You can pick up on others' energies that are not your own. And when your emotions change or you get drained, you remove yourself to get replenished. And also, if you have a pet who goes with you, whenever you're out and about in the community with your friends or your partner, you're also aware of your pet's energy field and how they also are reacting to the energy. Your attention goes to this. You are aware of when they need calm and also when you need calm, when there needs to be quiet and removal from certain situations or experiences to replenish the energy. So how do we bring awareness to this? It is a feeling, and it is really experimenting. So it's first you going into the awareness. Let's say you're about to go into a grocery store. Well, play with it. Sit in the vehicle first, or if you're in a bus or subway, whichever you're at, before you go into the store, you're setting that intention that you're bringing awareness to your own energy field. And then let's say you're in a lineup or at the checkout, and there's someone in front of you. Now tune into that person's field. See if you can pick up on other emotions. You're training yourself. And this is a really beautiful place to really continue to evolve and grow when we're aware of other energy fields. And when we know what this is like, then we can tune and train ourselves that this is our own energy. This is not our own energy. We can tune into our pet's energy, other animals' energy. This is not depleting. This is training and strengthening our awareness. And what happens when you get depleted? When you're like, oh my gosh, I'm past that. I know exactly what other energy fields are like. I'm an empath. I'm highly sensitive. I get so depleted. I don't ever want to go out. Put me in a cave. I'm so happy there. Put me on top of a mountain. I'm happy there. Well, a really beautiful thing that you can do is you can place a golden bubble of light and strengthen this and continue this. Maybe a couple times a day, maybe 3 times a day. It doesn't matter if you're at work, doesn't matter if you're at school, doesn't matter if you're in the washroom, a public washroom, in a stall. You can place this golden, beautiful bubble of light. You close your eyes, you tune within your heart, and you visualize a golden bubble of light, a white bubble of light, white light, whatever that looks like all around you. That your own energy remains in this field and that other energies do not impact your own energy. You set this intention and you go out and you see how this is. And when you state it, you claim it, doesn't impact you. And again, you may go out somewhere and be like, oh, I didn't do that. Well, you know what? You may not have needed to actually say this once it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, that you'll find that when you become aware of the fields and you place a bubble around you, you're not needing to protect yourself as much. It actually shifts, and this is passing the test, is that you can radiate your field of joy, of love, of light out into the spaces now, into other species, humans, animals, and spread that uplifting divine love and light that is for the highest good of all. Number 3, detachment from material items and outcomes. When detaching from outcomes and material items, when we detach from this, flow comes in. The energy shifts. When releasing attachment to things, you free yourself and your energy, and you trust in the energy of all that is, that you are provided for. You trust in divine timing, divine synchronicity. You trust in the flow. How do we detach from material items? First, it is very therapeutic to go through the house and purge the house. Purge the spaces that you are living in. And it may seem overwhelming. You can always ask for assistance from a friend or even hire someone that can help with decluttering. And once you go through this purging process, my goodness, it shifts. This is a big game changer in shifting the energy. And also the awareness of, wow, how much we can accumulate. it's so much. Oh my goodness. But once we start to donate, recycle, give away, this beautiful process, it's so freeing for our energy. And then you also become aware of what you bring into the space and home. And when you're buying things, do I really need that? I already have this many shirts. I don't need that. And it becomes less is more. So this is really beautiful when you pass the test of this detaching from outcomes and material things. And you'll be amazed at when this process, when you start to really bring this in of letting things go, of material items, momentum builds. And you will notice the energy shift, not only in the space, but also people may be noticing within you. You seem lighter. And you also have more energy that comes in also to do many things, to exercise, to be with people. There's flow. It's a lot of flow that comes in. Now, how do we detach from outcomes? Finding peace, regardless of what happens. So instead of what can I get, how do you want to feel? And this can be you want to feel free. You want to feel at peace. You want to feel content. You want to feel creative. That shift gently detaches you from needing external things to validating you. And there's a beautiful affirmation here that you can also say, I already have what I need within me. I already have what I need within me. I already have what I need within me. And also as mindful presence, stay grounded in the present moment. This helps you detach from the outcomes. And also most attachments to outcomes comes from fear. That's why it's so beautiful when we can stay grounded in the present moment. It's okay to want things. Going back to the material things, it's okay to want things. However, we hold them lightly. We don't grip them tightly. This stops the energy flow. And also gratitude with the outcomes, with material items, and letting this go and passing the test when we really tune into what we already have. My goodness, it really does shift the energy. Number 4, awareness of your mission. Everything you have been through in your life to this point, you understand on some level that it has prepared you, trained you to now move into your mission, into your purpose. You may have had to let go of many relationships, of partnerships. You may have had to let go of jobs. You may have had to let go of family. You may have had to let go of old dreams that you had. We also let go of what 3D relationships look like, of the mother and father relationships look like, of what partnerships, friendships. We let this go For you know you gave it your all when you were in those relationships. And for so many of us, we had friendship after friendship, and these friendships were let go of at a point because karmically it was complete, it was balanced. And then that friendship needed to be released for a new friend to come in. And many of the relationships, it is releasing that way now that I've failed or what's wrong with me. We release that and know and are so grateful for the relationships that did come in, the partnerships, for it has gotten you to this point of claiming your power, of flowing into your full authenticity, of flowing into your mission, into your purpose. And we needed to go through all of that to get to this point. And when we come to this realization, you pass the test of your mission and purpose. How do we get to the point of awareness of our mission, of our purpose? We tune within. And this is a daily practice of tuning within in stillness, into our heart, into our energy. And we take notice with how we feel. What is your heart doing? How does it feel? How are your emotions? We detach from all outcomes. And we trust that our mission, we know this in our heart, that it is divine timing, that all will be revealed and shown to us when the timing, divine timing, is right. So we release this attachment to our mission and purpose. And there's this flow of trust. Boom, you've passed the test. So tuning within, creating a daily practice of stillness or meditation, whatever that looks, to bring an awareness to your mission and purpose. Number 5, going with the flow and clearing the confusion. When we experience a trauma or a shock, there's often many times that we give our power away because we're in a fragile state. We're in a state where we are needing help. Sometimes our higher selves have plucked us from our life and plucked us somewhere else. And we're in this, oh my gosh, what just happened? How did I get here? How did I just lose this job or get fired from this? And how am I this? I was completely secure and okay. How did this relationship, this partnership just completely dissolve? How did this? You get the point, you get the drift. And then it leaves us in this state where we are in trauma, we experience trauma or a shock. And many times in this period of being fragile, where we need assistance, so we give our power away and we seek outside of ourselves. This is normal to do this. However, at this time when we're fragile, there can also be lower energies that come into our field, or we unintentionally attract these lower densities, these vibrations that come in and confuse us, where we're not able to connect or tune in clearly to our highest self, to divine consciousness, to source. Now, this is my own take on this. I was in such a state of shock last year, and I was continually giving my power away, seeking help, seeking assistance, as my heart and reality was completely dismantled, turned upside down. And one reality or one way that I thought my life, how it was going to turn out, completely was dissolved. However, once we take back our power, and how do we do this? Well, it is understanding the confusion. You know, when we're not clear, when we can't connect with our guides, our team clearly, our highest self, that is when we can state the affirmation, I claim my power back now. I claim my power back now. I claim my power back now. And there are other things that we can do this when we feel also that we're in a state to do so. You may be seeking healers. You may be needing more rest, whatever, more nourishing, nurturing energy. And there's no time limit on that. But when you're ready, you'll know when you're ready to claim your power back. And when we do this, there also is clarity with the information that comes in. For your vibration has shifted. Your energy has shifted. It's also trusting too that the confusion can be part of our journey. That we needed to experience the depths of confusion, also of lower densities and vibrations coming in, so that we are stronger and that we do claim our power back. So it's not a negative. This can be a strengthening in our energy and really owning who we are and reclaiming our power. And also an understanding and awareness comes in that this is part of our journey to experience. We trust the process. This is number 6, taking responsibility of our energy. When we pass the test with this, we feel comfortable in communicating with others what our needs are. There's no more people-pleasing tendencies or navigating how others feel, how to make others comfortable rather than ourselves, rather than sacrificing ourselves. And for some of you, yes, this has been going on for decades. People-pleasing and making others comfortable at your own expense. This changes. And when you pass the test on reclaiming your energy, we also come to the realization, understanding that people want you to speak your truth. And then it allows them to speak their truth and their authenticity. There's a flow, there's a balance. And people want you to ask for help. For so many of us, we give. And I know so many of you have also got to the point where your light might have been distinguished, where you've completely overgave and depleted yourself. And it is this time now of balance. And it is bringing awareness now that being responsible for our energy is also being equal in giving and receiving. And when we ask for help, it also allows others to be balanced in their giving and receiving, but also soul gifts. Soul gifts can come forth for that person when we're also asking for help in really magical ways. And also taking responsibility of our energy is taking responsibility of our thoughts, of our words, of our intentions, of our energy field. And this is a huge up-leveling. And when, this is a really big one with passing the test, when this occurs, you will notice a major shift when you pass the test, for you begin to really attract. It's the abundance, it's flow, it's divine synchronicity, it's ease, it's calm. It's so simple when we start to really take responsibility for our energy. The flow that comes in is so divine. However, it does take practice to get here. So it's being kind with oneself, loving with oneself, and before you know it, you have arrived. So how do we pass the test with taking responsibility for our energy? First is becoming aware of the thoughts. So that goes back to number 1, and detaching from the thoughts and doing that practice. You can do the stop-pause method, bringing in the kind, positive thoughts. So really becoming aware of the thoughts is 1, taking responsibility. Really becoming aware, and also has to do with, also number 2, awareness of energy field. These are all weave and linked together. This is also the awareness of your energy on what you're bringing out into the world. So if you are really angry one day, it is also being responsible that if you're going out to that store, that others also can pick up on that field. So taking responsibility is maybe yelling and screaming into a pillow, running it out, doing some kind of exercise or dance, some kind of flow that will help alleviate those emotions. And then you can go out into that store, or yelling in the car before you go out. Just really taking responsibility for our energy now. And it's also how we communicate with others. Also, when you need time to replenish, give to self, be in nature, move the body, or sit in stillness. This is the leveling up. And a giant leap in our awareness of taking care of self is speaking up for self. So if something makes you uncomfortable, or let's say someone is rambling on or keeping you prisoner with their stories over and over again, and you're like, I've heard this a million times, then you speak up. Say, yeah, I've actually heard that. Thank you so much for bringing it up. And it helps them too. So this is a big one, taking responsibility for energy, because there's many layers within this. However, it always comes to the forefront. We always do this in a kind and compassionate way. When we speak up, when we communicate to others, and this is really amplified also 1,000-fold for others to do the same when we do this ourselves. Number 7, the realization that no one is coming to save you. That's a big one. It's not going to be a knight in shining armor that sweeps you off your feet and you're going to go off to Romanticville. No. You are the warrior. You are the hero. You are the light in your own journey. And when we unplug from that old paradigm, from that old realization that someone's going to come in and save us, there is a massive up-leveling and an awareness that comes in that we don't want anyone else to do this for ourselves. We take responsibility for our life and we step into our own power. And we work as a community together as one. And with this realization, you start becoming. You are the light. You are the love. And how do you know you've passed the test when this realization comes forth? You feel the shift within. And it's a beautiful unfolding that takes place. And how do you get there? How do you get to this? It's all the 6 steps beforehand, with gentle ease and kind to oneself. So here we are with 7 steps to help us, this passing the test on so many layers and levels as we really truly arrive to our full authenticity. It's so beautiful. And for additional support, we have August. It is August the 8th. It's the Lionsgate. And this is a free live Zoom event. July's live Zoom event was sold out. We thank all of you that have come forth and were able to be at the live. We thank you so much. It was a beautiful event of clearing and releasing soul alignment. And the next event is on August the 8th. This is a free live Zoom event. Again, it is clearing, releasing what no longer serves you. Gru and I, my soul sister in Denmark, we align. It's soul alignment. It's beautiful. And this is at the peak of the Lionsgate. And this was known in ancient times. This was a very big portal that has opened. And many will feel this for months afterwards. The energy is quite potent during this time. So we're really excited to have this free event. And the registration link is below. But please only register if you can attend the live, for there is no replay or recording with this. And Gru and I are currently offering group sessions for August. The link is below if this aligns with you. And this is intimate groups of 4. And you don't bring in a group. This is individual. You find what day works for you and the time. These groups of 4 magically come together. And we're noticing also with these groups that the healing they're releasing, clearing is amplified by 1,000-fold. This is so immense. So one person will go in the circle. This is done online on Zoom. And when the person goes in the circle, everyone is feeling whatever they are going through on some level. So it's not just we're releasing that now, the 3D of one person getting worked on. The circle energy is profound. It is very high vibrational frequency when working with groups. And to book a session or your appointment for more information, the link is below. And so exciting, on the new moon, I'm offering the new moon quantum transmission. This is a healing sanctuary for anyone that is in need of support at this time. The link is below. And this is at 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. It's an hour-long event. We all join together as a community, and I bring forth a message from my team first regarding the energies, and then we flow into the quantum transmission. The quantum transmission is light language and sound and a divine soul experience that we all go through together in that specific moment in the new moon energy, that with the intention of healing and support for those that are in need. There is a replay with this, so all those that register will receive the replay shortly after the live. And I leave this message with, it was really incredible what happened. I've moved to a community here in the country on Vancouver Island, and I was riding my bike, my mountain bike, and going down the road, and there was wild turkeys. And it was a mom and a dad turkey with the chicks. And I watched and I observed, and what came forth with the turkeys was, it was community. It was soul family and soul tribe. And this energy is really coming forth now that we're stepping into our own. We're reclaiming our power. We're passing these tests. We're leveling up to the next level. And this energy is coming in. And it was such divine timing watching this and bringing this beautiful family, this turkey family forward. And I was creating this video, and I was getting ready to publish this, and I received, oh, it's not done yet with the turkeys. I'm like, okay, all right, we'll just go with the flow of it. And then a couple of days later, I'm riding my bike again. I get this pull. I'm like, I gotta take my bike now. I was like 8 o'clock at night. I'm riding my bike, thinking in my head that I'm gonna go see a horse or talk to a horse, something like that. And no, I come across 3 wild male turkeys. Some of you have already seen this video because I made a short out of it. It was so ancient. It was so primal. And I came across this, and I was far enough away where it was not disturbing the turkeys. And really, they felt they were in their regalia. It was so beautiful. All 3 male turkeys looked so different, and they were showing off their strength and their beauty. And the hen, you can't see the hen, she's on the other side. And they went into this, it's a mating dance. And they really took turns. They went so slowly. It was with such intention. And it was a honor to witness and observe this. This really felt like a portal that I was witnessing with the rhythm of life. This is the level of consciousness that's coming in now with our animal friends, with the trees, with the earth, with the elementals, with the dragons. It is this awareness that's coming in of the magic of the energy. And it is being awakened once again. And understanding how magnificent these beings are. And then a light language came forth at the end. And the light language was in gratitude for the turkeys, but also for humanity It was an awareness of consciousness that came through of how the animals are so supporting humanity, all of us, right here and right now. I thank you all so much for being here. Blessings of love and light to all. Namaste.
Yela sotokoa sana shiana lotokoa niana sanalia sataka sana shumalia iana lata sana yumaka sana shiana lio sonotokoa naya iana liuma ua sana liana liana Sana shana lotokoana sana shiana lotokoa sana shiana yuma. Ooh.